And welcome back to Atreyu News. Ivanka Trump's sales shatter records in February. Remember back around the time of the inauguration on January 20th that the liberals decided that they were going to boycott Ivanka Trump's line of clothing. Nordstrom dutifully gave into the pressure and announced in early February that it would no longer carry Ivanka's clothing line. Neiman Marcus stopped carrying her jewelry line on its website, and employees of the TJ Maxx and Marshalls were told to throw away all signage advertising the Ivanka line. Well, guess what happened? From January to February, Ivanka's sales increased 346%, according to the Refinery 29, a young woman's fashion magazine. And we see it happening time and time again. Starbucks says they're going to hire refugees. Their stock plummets. Joy Villa wears the Make America Great Again, says she loves Trump. Her stuff went to like number 1 or number 5 on the charts, 24 hours. Ivanka's line, 346% increase. No surprise there.
Good morning. I'm still reporting on Trump. Remember back around the time of the inauguration on January 20th that the liberals decided that they were going to boycott Ivanka Trump's line of clothing? Nordstrom dutifully gave in to the pressure and announced in early February that it would no longer carry Ivanka's clothing line. Neiman Marcus stopped carrying her jewelry line on its website, and employees of TJ Maxx and Marshalls were told to throw away all signage advertising the Ivanka line. Well, guess what happened? From January to February, Ivanka's sales increased by 346%, according to Refinery 29, a young woman's fashion magazine. So you liberals may be able to get George Soros to pay thugs to go out and beat up Trumpers and rage destruction here and there, but the bottom line is the Trump girl crew has the economic power, and they're not nasty. I'm still reporting from Washington. Good day.
It's Bill Still for you. His YouTube channel is fantastic. Been following him for a couple years by now. George Ramos finally gives Trump credit. You know, the white, blue-eyed, well, he used to have blonde hair, it's gray now, but blue-eyed white man posing as a voice for all of Mexico, saying that America is their country, not ours. George Ramos admitted on the Anderson Cooper show the Trump effect could be the main reason why illegal border crossings are down 40%. Well, you think so?
The massive drop in border apprehensions last month, the Customs Border Protection says 40% fewer, it's down 40%, people trying to cross illegally. What do you make of that? I mean, is it possible that the tough talk on illegal immigration by President Trump is working and that he deserves credit for that drop?
Let me just say that fear is stronger than any wall. What we are seeing right now is the Trump effect. Is people calling their relatives and their friends in Latin America and saying, don't come here, this is not the right moment. So I think it is possible. Really, no one wants illegal immigration, not even undocumented immigrants. It is very risky for them. It's better to do it in a legal way. And the other positive thing is that I think many Americans...
Wait a second. The guy who was pushing for massive illegal immigration, saying that the United States belongs to Mexico, George Ramos, this guy, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed man, is now saying that it's better to do it legally. It is amazing, the narrative that has changed. Once the truth comes to the surface, it cannot be put down, and now we see it. Trump is right again.
Many people who voted for Donald Trump, they really have to understand that there's no invasion. No one is invading the United States. Mexicans are not invading the United States. The undocumented population has remained stable at about 11 million for the last decade. So those are the positive things. The negative is that this is the Trump effect. This is created because of the policies of fear and xenophobia and cruelty. This is because they are deporting people who are not criminals, who have no criminal record, moms and dads, and that's completely different than what happened with the
No criminal records. Perhaps they weren't aware crossing the border made them criminals. Are you kidding me?
with the Barack Obama administration.
What's so startling, though, about this drop in numbers, according to law enforcement, is that this is normally a time when they would see an uptick of 10 or 20%. So to see a drop of 40% is very significant. And as you point out, I mean, it does mean that people are not taking a very dangerous journey. Women, children, anything can happen as they're trying to cross over illegally. So, I mean, isn't it a good thing that there's this drop?
Yes, it's a good thing that we don't have more undocumented immigrants coming to this country. There has to be a legal way to do it. They shouldn't have to risk it. Every year there's about 400,000 immigrants, Anderson, who come here illegally, every year. Now it seems that it's dropping. We'll see if this is going to last. But so far that's good news. On the other hand, and let me just emphasize that, it also means that Trump is big news in Latin America. It means that they are listening to what we are seeing here. In the last 2 weeks, I've been reporting about many families being separated and destroyed because of Trump's policies. And we heard the Secretary of Homeland Security, General John Kelly, saying that he's considering separating children from their mothers at the border. What kind of country are we becoming?
See that? And then once the wall's built, you could probably watch that 40% drop to maybe 2% or even no percent. The fact is, which people don't understand on the left, is that respect gets respect. And what I mean by that, when Trump was running, before he became president, he said he was going to punch Putin in the mouth. And then the next week went by, Putin come out and said, I like that guy. And what does that mean? Respect gets respect. That's what it is. Look what happened to Starbucks after they announced that they would hire 10,000 refugees. I've been following this, and it's hard not to smile. According to reports, Starbucks planned to hire 10,000 refugees has backfired on them big league, and their sales have plummeted even more as their stocks continue to tank. Look at Alan B. West reported it came not long after President Donald Trump's first executive order implementing a temporary travel ban and halting of admission of Syrian refugees. The specifics of the plan to hire 10,000 refugees are that to be hired over the course of 5 years in the 75 countries where Starbucks operates. Starbucks even said they'd begin focusing on refugees who served with U.S. troops as interpreters and support personnel. While making that announcement, Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz also reiterated his support for Obama's Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals DACA program, which aimed to protect illegal immigrants who were brought to the U.S. as children. While 10,000 employees isn't too large a percentage of Starbucks' nearly 200,000 employee workforce, especially over a 5-year period, and most of those hired likely won't even be in America, the attempt at virtue signaling to the public was clearly seen for what it was, according to Fortune magazine. Oh, we see it all right. And I never shopped at Starbucks anyways, but after this BS, you can guarantee I'm not going to. A lot of people agree with us. See, the left would make it seem that we're not the majority, which is kind of fascinating when you look at it. Because if we weren't the majority, then why do we have such an effect? And even if we are not the majority, we represent the working majority, which is the actual majority that actually changes anything in society, and we see it. The leftists are 25 and under. If not, they don't even contribute to society. That's why their half has nothing to do with what our half does. And if our half feels good about the stock market, it goes up. If their half feels bad about it, nobody cares because they're not working anyway. While perception of the world's largest coffee chain is still positive overall, it is significantly lower than it was prior to CEO Howard Schultz's pledge to hire refugees in response to President Trump's executive order barring refugees from certain countries. In response to the Starbucks refugee hiring plan, consumers who supported President Trump launched a boycott of the chain. The company responds to the conservative backlash by saying it would speed up its previously stated goal of hiring 10,000 veterans and military spouse by 2018, Starbucks announced that the plan in 2013 and said on Thursday it had already hired over 8,800 so far. Most are likely seeing the Starbucks proposal more as a repudiation of Trump's travel ban, which has majority support, than a genuine attempt to help refugees. George Soros, we're coming for you.